In a Barbie world, life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can pull my hair. Touch me anywhere. Imagination. Life is your creation. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life is fantastic. It's fantastic.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Weighty Topics. It's the podcast where we're in a newly refurbished location. I mean, it's the same location. We just cleaned it. That's all. There's no longer body armor or broken glass everywhere. That's cool.
We don't. Okay. I just want to be sure because we were talking about trailer parks in a
We
previous
do not
episode.
live in a trailer park.
It's not like we're in a back trailer or anything.
It's like a large trailer that no one lives in, but it's not a trailer.
Exactly. It used to be a meth lab. It didn't blow up or anything.
We just ran out of. There's paying customers. There's also cops.
Yeah.
So white. So.
Well, we get away with a lot because of that.
Yeah, but it was a scary experience.
That's true.
Yeah. So we don't do that anymore. Wink, wink.
We never did anything.
What? Walt?
Plausible deniability,
Mr. White. All right. So you had what are you saying? You got something to say?
I do got something to say.
Bro?
Our topic tonight.
What do you got?
Unless we want to talk more about our business in case somebody wants to buy.
DM me.
Anyway,
okay. Shameless
so
plug.
our topic for tonight, right?
What is it? What we got?
So I play a lot of mobile games.
You're a mobile gamer.
I'm a mobile gamer. I'm a gamer mobile.
You have shamelessly played Raid Shadow Legends.
I have, but that was before it was cool.
Okay, you want to hear something?
It was as soon as it started getting hyped up, it was just over.
It was already hyped before you started.
No.
Yeah.
When I came back to it, but I'd already been playing for a considerable amount of time before it got hyped.
You got me into it a little bit.
Yeah, I came back to it after the hype, but then they started adding on way too much crap. So it got boring because it was way too much to do. And like pay to play went through the roof because it's always been pay to play.
It's always been pay. It gets you with the microtransactions.
Yeah, it's mobile gaming. And I like my Clash of Clans.
You're a big Clash guy. Me too.
Me too.
Town Hall 11.
Town Hall 11. Almost done. Almost done.
11.
I got the tornado trap and like 2 bombs.
I almost got my heroes all maxed.
And then like still 100 and something.
My queen's like
walls,
44,
but,
king's 41.
Nice.
You at 50 yet?
Not quite. I'm at 49 on my king and like 46, I think, on my.
That's still close.
Queen,
that's really good. That's really good.
I play at the moment. I'm playing a little bit of Eggs Inc.
Eggs Inc.'s where it's at.
Some idle game, clicker type stuff. But
tap with my pointer finger.
No, I push and hold because it's better. It's like idle clicking taken to the next level. It's so much better, dude.
Push and hold for the memes. You push and hold guy. Or you a?
So, you get bonuses based on how many chickens you have out there.
Oh,
so the holding is actually the better option.
You got to tell Tristan about that. He loves chickens.
Anyway, no, that was geese. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
I played this. I will tell you about it in a minute, but we got to get on to the questions.
What were we gonna say?
Okay, so there's this game. I forget what it's called. It's a disturbing game about geese. It's like you grow a tree out of a pregnant woman, but the tree is actually a goose.
It's so messed up.
It's so messed up. I love it so much.
The same plug and play kind of.
It's the same It's the same creator,
developer.
Yeah. It's the same art style too.
So messed up.
It's so great. Anyway, so I play a lot of mobile games.
Yeah, you're a big mobile gamer.
Mobile gamer. I have my rotation. Pianista.
Oh, sick. That's how I learned most of my classical music.
A little bit of Candy Crush on the side every once in a while. Once in a while. Candy Crush Sega. Every once in a while.
Sega or Saga? Which is it?
Is it both?
Is it neither or?
It's like neither or neither.
Sega or Saga. But like Sega sounds like the producer for Sonic. Like SEGA. Sega.
Maybe it is Saga. It doesn't matter. Candy Crush Saga. I don't play Soda because it's dumb.
Soda?
Or the original because it's also dumb.
Yeah, dumb. What? Yeah.
So, but I play mobile games. I have dabbled in video games, consoles, mostly N64.
Yep.
Like mostly N64 stuff. Super Mario 64 is one of the best games of all time.
That's your opinion? I've never
That's
played
one
it.
opinion. I mean, Ocarina of Time's great.
No, I agree with you
I've
there.
played a little bit of Majora's Mask. It's pretty good.
It's solid.
Um,
Good theme song.
Super Smash Bros. On the 64 is not quite as good as like
Smash Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate, but it's top tier game. Then you got Star Fox. 64 is okay. I do actually enjoy Mario Kart on the 64. Mario Kart 64 is one of the best versions of Mario Kart I've ever played. Interestingly enough.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I tried Doom, but I'm running emulators and I got a cracked copy that didn't work, so I got to get a better copy. Because I would Doom. I am interested in Doom 64.
I gotta give you respect because those older games sometimes are harder to play. I gotta say.
I don't use the 64 controller because it sucks.
Okay.
I got myself it's a basic controller. But I can map the buttons.
Yep.
Because I'm using emulators.
Right.
And so I have an unconventional setup, I will say that, button wise.
Really? What's your button layout?
So there are 3 triggers on the N64 controller because there's right, left, and Z. Most video games use the Z and R triggers because they hold most of the 64 games you hold the center nodule
because it's such a weird controller.
Yeah, and you don't use the D-pad for hardly anything.
Right.
But because I have a more typical controller, I typically use. Okay, so I've been playing Super Mario 64, and so because of the button setup, the control setup, I have my button setup absolutely insane. R is the top left trigger.
Right.
L is the bottom left trigger, and Z is the top right trigger.
You're weird.
It's because of the controls that they correlate to, and the fact that the L trigger is never used.
Okay.
And the Z, I like with the Z on the right hand. Right? No, because the R doesn't really matter. It's switching cameras.
Oh.
So I can do that with my left finger, but I like the Z on the right because it is long. It's crouching, so for long jumps and backflips and stuff, and I can have it right.
That's actually helpful.
It's on my right pointer.
What would mess me up is just seeing the insignia on the screen, relating that to where it usually is on a controller. So like if I see R on the screen, and I'll go to press with my top right.
Yeah, I guess so. Trigger. But I've played Mario 64 before a lot, and so I know the controls rather than the buttons.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I kind of customized it, and then A and B are typical A and B.
A and B. Are you a B for run guy? Hold down B for run, or you hold down or you B as jump guy?
In Mario 64, A is jump because
it's a 64 controller. I'm sorry.
A is jump, and I've always just kept it on that. I do use the joystick instead of the D-pad. It is better.
Better.
And I have this second joystick mapped to my C buttons for camera controls.
Nice.
So I actually because on a N64 controller, they're buttons.
Really?
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure they're C buttons, and so I think it's a D-pad type of situation, and the camera controls on the joystick are so much better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's my typical setup. I'll switch my triggers around whenever I play like other games because I don't want my right trigger on my left finger. Generally, it's just because I want my Z trigger control in Super Mario 64 specifically on my right.
Do you change the keybinds for other games? You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a bit more modern. I'm a big modern guy as far as video games. When I say modern, I mean past the 90s. Like
past 1996.
Yeah. I'm playing a lot of Dark Souls recently.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
Well, actually, okay. So I've been playing Dark Souls 3, which is
2. Okay, I'll be honest, you don't seem like a Dark Souls guy because you don't seem like you have the patience
Okay,
to
backhand compliment. I like
to
it.
be to get into those types of
Well,
hard levels.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever played a Dark Souls game?
I have not, but I know that they're
you seen it
extremely
played?
hard, and I've seen them played.
They are okay. I wouldn't call them extremely hard.
They can be.
They can be. They're rewardingly hard.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like
I do appreciate that.
it's like every time you die, if you gain new information, right?
Mhm.
So usually it's just something you didn't know was there, or maybe it's to a move from a boss you didn't realize. So you're guaranteed you're gonna die. Okay, you're gonna die somehow. You're gonna die a lot, but you're gonna learn every time. So usually you make more progress. The frustrating part is when you forget something you learned and you die to it again, right? And Dark Souls is famous for
I did that in real life once.
you did?
Not death, but yeah.
But Dark Souls is famous for a thing called the run back. So as it's been called. So you have your checkpoint in the game they're bonfires.
Okay.
They are like little piles of ash with usually a sword in it. You walk up to it, light it, and it's a checkpoint.
Mhm.
Is what it is. They're not incredibly common. Like there's a lot throughout the game because the game's long, but it's like you get so much relief when you see a bonfire because you don't have to be scared of something around a corner attacking you.
Right.
You're not on edge. But usually the levels are designed in such a way that it's a finite area that's fairly large, but it connects to itself. And the game forces you to go on a certain path until you might not reach an endpoint, but you'll reach a shortcut back to the same bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you'll have a shorter path, but you'll be at the same location. Back to your travels. So towards the end of a section, there's usually a boss, and there will be a certain amount of space between the last bonfire you had and the boss you have to fight. So the area between that is the run back. Sometimes it's pretty long. So it's called a run back because you just sprint past enemies, bob, weave, dodge, and get to the boss door as fast as you can. Some are like, 2 to 3 minutes long for one attempt.
That's
and if you
that's a long run back.
Those are the longest ones. Really long. Usually it's about 45 seconds to a minute, which is
that's still pretty long.
It's pretty long. And if you mess something up in between and you die, you gotta do it again and again. So the run back can get pretty frustrating. But so I didn't have much to do this past week, and I may or may not have sunk 50 hours. I sunk 50 hours into Dark Souls 3. That's over 2 whole days of straight playing.
That's a full work week.
Yes.
Plus with overtime.
It's work week plus 10 hours. I did this casually.
That's 8 hours a day, 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Yeah.
I played more than that.
Okay. Help me out on this imagery. Were you working full time?
No,
Okay,
I had the week
okay.
off. I had this week off.
All right.
I've been doing a lot.
that makes sense.
I did a lot of Dark Souls. 50 hours. My now level like 85.
Is that
Something out.
good?
It's good. It's good.
Is that good for 50 hours or is that
It's pretty good.
okay?
I beat the game.
You didn't 100% the game, but you
did
beat it.
100%, but I beat it, and I'm close to 100%ing a lot of things. I got all of the bonfires. I got all the Estus, which is like your healing drink. As you go throughout the game, you collect more items, which help you get higher levels.
Okay.
But the biggest
is it actually completely open world or is it not?
So it's okay. It's imagine this. It's a linear world. Most areas connect to the new area, so it's not like say Mario where it's like individual levels.
Right.
It's like everything's connected. You could run through the entire game if you wanted to, but
is it like a
and a lot sometimes there's split paths. Like there's a split path and one goes this way and one goes that way.
Is it kind of like is it as closed world but seemingly open world as say like a God of War game?
Yeah, it's like a God of War game. Yeah.
Where like you do have options at certain points that you can do certain things, but it's not truly open world.
It's not truly open world, no.
Right.
It's like that. You want to guess my name? I named my character.
Is it a gamer tag or is it an actual name?
It is a gamer tag, but it doesn't have any numbers or special characters. It's just letters and spaces.
Is
Um,
it connected to any of the other gaming tags you've ever had in the
No,
past?
it is not. So for Dark Souls games, I give myself a funny name. Wyatt started the trend. He played the first Dark Souls game. He named himself Friar Big Nut.
Classy.
No. Yeah. So I kind of went along the same lines, a little less on the crude, but definitely on the funny. You probably don't know because how would you know? But I named myself Lord LeChonk. I'm a level 89 knight. I got the bronze armor. It looks sick. I don't even know if it's good. I just wear it.
Well, yeah. Once you get to a certain level, you don't care anymore. And
You just wear what looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord LeChonk coming to your world near you.
No more Squumpy?
Squumples?
The Squumples, yeah.
Squumples.
Yeah, Squumples.
That's my favorite tag. I use it for almost everything. I have some traditions in certain games. Do you find that you get to have traditions in games?
Yes, I will do
What token are you in Monopoly?
preferably the shoe. No, the hat. I'm the hat.
You're a hat guy.
Shoe's the backup though.
Okay. You know what I am? Battleship.
Mm.
Battleship, backup, wheelbarrow. But I
don't think I've ever played a game with all of the tokens. I'll be
an
honest.
8-player game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played
Okay,
a Monopoly game that actually has all the tokens. They have like 4 to 6 depending on the game.
I think we have 6.
They're always just
We
lost.
lost the wheelbarrow, but I'm the battleship. I fight with Happy for it. I love the battleship.
All right. What are some other of your rituals or your traditions?
Trivial Pursuit. I'm purple. I'm always purple.
All right.
Always will be. Risk. If I'm playing Risk,
Black.
No, I'm a red guy.
Oh, you're a red guy?
I play red.
Oh, red dies early though.
No. What?
Red
No.
dies early.
Communist Russia, bro. Huge.
Okay.
Huge. Red
Abigail
Horde's
usually
invasion.
got. No, Abigail got blue. Who's red?
I'm the red boy.
Oh, well, I would always get black. The black ninjas took over the world almost every single time.
You start in Africa, don't you?
I did not. I started in Australia.
Aboriginal, I like it.
And then you come up through Asia, but you don't get Asia because you can't hold it. And then you go through Africa and through South America.
Uh-huh.
And then once you're in South America, you're big enough that you can go Europe and North America at the same time, and then you hit Asia last.
Oh. Interesting strategy.
Now that's the best case scenario. Obviously, you got to play it by ear a little bit.
Are you a
But
big
that's-
Risk guy? I'm not a huge Risk guy.
Not huge, but I enjoyed it every once
Same
in a
as
while.
Monopoly. I like 1 to 2 times a year. I'm like,
Yeah, let's play some.
let's play some Risk.
Yeah.
You know. I'm down
It just
for
takes so long.
long game.
One time we played for like 8 hours.
That's a long game.
We
Gotta
we
give it
started
props.
at like late afternoon, then we broke for dinner, and then we went back to playing until midnight.
Got it. That's
I did win.
nice. Black Ninjas. Let's
Yep.
go, dog. What is your go-to wait. No, I was gonna say Quelf, but that's kind of an obscure game.
I don't think I've ever played
Yeah.
Quelf.
Well, what other games? Do you have traditions for your other games?
Not so much. I mean, I like to pick black on a lot of games.
You're a big black guy.
Well,
Apparently not.
most other games, black goes second, like chess,
Like
checkers.
chess? I'm a big, I play white with chess. Big white guy.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm a white guy for like a period of time, and then sometimes I'm a black guy for a period of time, and it just depends. I'm not very good at chess though, so
I'm not great at it. I used to be about 1,000.
I got up to about 1,000, but then I stopped playing as frequently.
You just lose the edge.
Yeah.
It's weird. You just do.
Right now, I'm probably about a 400.
Join the club. My rating got knocked so far down.
Yeah. I mean, other games with that enable rituals. I mean, traditions. I mean,
Traditions.
let me think. I mean, Super Mario.
What's your Mario Kart character go-to?
Mario Kart character Mario.
Mario's actually a solid pick. I've been playing him a lot recently. Good stats, man. Good
What
stats.
about your Smash?
my Smash
character?
guy? Samus. I'm a big
Samus.
Samus player. Not Dark Samus. Big Samus guy.
Really?
What do you play?
I generally play Mario or Link.
You're a Link guy.
classic.
Link's a classic, dude.
Mario's good. Well, again, I played most of my Smash on the 64. Not all my Smash. I have played other versions. Smash Ultimate.
Someone
Wii.
walks up to you and you're like, "You Smash?" What do you say?
I say, as long as you're not playing Jigglypuff.
That's such an annoying character. It's like
It's not even like hard to beat.
It's
It's
just
just
floating.
so annoying.
bam, bam, float. Float. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, hey,
What?
no matter what you're minding, you're finding. Oh.
Yeah. So depends on who the other person picks or who I'm feeling.
Ooh,
Because someone like Donkey Kong,
Danky Kang.
Joshua likes Donkey Kong.
Oh, he's a big Danky Kang guy.
He's a big Danky Kang guy.
He likes to hit the dank.
He likes to just do the ground. He does the down B, which is the ground pound,
That's so annoying.
and it
sometimes.
just shakes you, and you can't.
And
do
you just
anything.
like you can't move.
So for him, I like Mario because you got that range with the fireballs. They're not as easy to dodge as the boomerang.
Yup. It'll catch you up if you're not careful.
Yeah, and so you just keep spamming that. Most other people, in 64, they don't. Link doesn't have the bow.
What does he have? He's the boomerang for
He
his
just uses the
neutral B.
boomerang. Yeah,
Yeah.
for his B, and his side B is a dash attack. I think
Okay.
with a sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then his A attacks obviously are with the sword. So yeah. So he's good against like a Yoshi or like a Mario, really. Yeah, Joshua also likes Kirby.
Yo,
So
Kirby's a solid guy.
He's annoying to fight.
Does he just jump in the air to the down B and just smash?
Yeah, and he does the up B as well. And it's just so annoying because you have to TKO him.
Yeah.
You have to get him so high before you can knock him off the stage because he's got the stupid floaty thing.
He's getting Kirby 5 jumps, a
Yeah.
lot of recovery,
a lot of recovery.
and a decent.
Yeah,
up
so
B.
you have to clear him.
Yes. And here's something interesting. I know you're not huge on gaming per se,
Mhm.
but I recommend you play Breath of the Wild.
I have played Breath of the Wild.
Have you? Did you like it?
I did.
How much did you play?
I played a good, probably 20 plus hours.
Good game, right?
It's a solid game.
You
I played it on Seth's Switch.
would you keep playing it hypothetically?
Hypothetically, but I didn't like it enough to invest.
You invested 20 hours into it?
Investing actual
Oh,
real
no,
world
I know what
money
you're saying.
into a device that plays it and then the game as well, and not that invested in it. If it was around, if Seth's Switch was around all the time, I'd play it probably. But
That is one of my favorites. So Ocarina of Time was the first great game I played. I went to the GameStop, and I was like, because I used to have a DS, right? And I would look at the DS chips in the case, and they'd be behind locked glass. You find what you want, and you get the clerk, and you tell them which one you want, and they get it for you.
Mhm.
So I was looking at games, and I saw a bunch of these games that they also had Zelda on them, but they were a little different. And they were all like $39, $35. I was like, wow, that's a lot for one game. And so one day I was like, I'm going to try out one of these Zelda games, see what the hype's about. So I went up to the clerk. I was like, I'm looking to play a Zelda game. Which one would you recommend? He said, well, this one's a really good one. And he gave me a copy of Ocarina of Time, 3DS remake. When I say that is one of my greatest gaming memories. I fired it up, hit me with that loading screen music.
Yep.
That dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dude.
Ocarina of Time's got some good music in it,
Good
dude.
music. And I loved that game. I played the heck, dude. I 100%ed it, played the heck out of it, got everything, did every side quest. I loved that game. I still do. Zelda has
Yeah.
a special place in my heart. I really thank that Clark because he gave me a great.
I have
experience.
almost 100%ed it a couple different times, but I never ended up actually 100%ing it.
Have you like finished the game?
No.
Okay.
Close several times.
So in Ocarina
Like
of Time,
2
you
or 3
never
times.
actually finished. Like you finished the game, and the game recognizes that you finished the game, but it resets you to right before the boss because it doesn't. It like a world where the boss is beaten, I guess. So after you beat the boss, it'll put a star next to your profile.
Interesting.
But it's so you can like go back and do everything in the open world.
Right.
Every Zelda game does that.
It's like Minecraft.
I guess, yeah.
Minecraft, after you beat the end dragon, it'll send you, when you go back through the portal, it'll give you the credits, but then when you reload it, you're just back in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I mean,
And
obviously Minecraft's a little more different.
blocky.
I have played Minecraft.
Yeah,
I played a cracked pirated game of version of Minecraft
You like
off
it?
of a mod launcher. I am really good at stealing games and not getting viruses.
I got to give you respect. What's your VPN?
I don't use a VPN because I'm an
You are
absolute
playing
psychopath.
a dangerous game,
Okay,
dog.
I have not used a VPN. I do have a VPN now, so I will use it.
VPN guy.
Only sometimes. My Wi-Fi sucks, so I can't really use a VPN.
Twist. You're not getting viruses because the viruses can't get to you.
Can't download. No, I just know. I know that do not download any ROMs or emulators off of a site that has pop-up ads.
Yeah, pop-up ads are scary.
You can have a site with embedded ads with fake download buttons because they're on every single site,
right.
but no pop-up ads. If you see a pop-up ad, leave the site. It's not worth it.
I get pop-up ads on Wikipedia.
That's different. They want you to pay money.
That's different. That's Dark Souls Wiki. I've been using it a lot
Oh, yeah.
to find all the stuff. I'm not actually good at finding things in Dark Souls. I cheat. But I did defeat a boss that was really hard the other night. Like I said earlier, I spent like 3 days fighting her. She has so most bosses have they'll have a health bar, and once you get them to like half health, they'll do a phase transition where they'll change something and become harder,
Right.
and usually different, right? Expounding upon their moves in the first phase. So it's like 2-part fight, 1 health bar. Some fights are really difficult, where they'll have you beat the whole boss's life bar, and then they're like, "Oh, hi, here's another phase," and they fill it back up and give you something new, and you're like, "Man, come on!"
And they don't stay down when you die. You have to beat them back down to that same level.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you reset, you got to do the first phase all over again. So this boss has 3 of the full health bar phases. You beat the first time, it reloads with something harder. You beat that fight, and I was like, yes. And then a line comes on the screen, and you're like, no, come on, man.
So
that
that
took
Super
me a
Saiyan
while.
on you.
Oh yeah. This one was freaky. She was like a nut.
Freaky like the fairies in Breath of the Wild.
They're kind of all right. They're freaky though, dude. I mean, look.
That last one, you are.
You are being raped.
Yep.
You are being sexually
Assaulted.
penetrated. Yes, that's what I was saying.
Assaulted. Yeah.
Assaulted.
I don't know how because I don't want to know how.
But you're traumatized when you get out of it.
Oh yeah.
That's harassment. Now, granted, I'd be okay with that harassment. Yeah, I'd be okay with that harassment. But Link doesn't deserve it, man. He's committed.
He is committed, and then he just got raped, and it opened new worlds to him. You can see that. It showed him something different.
Yeah.
He learned stuff.
One could say that class was in session.
I think the funniest thing is if you do the armor. If you do the pants last, and so you have to take off the pants to upgrade them already. Come on, it's obvious what's happening.
I think my pants have a rip.
You need to upgrade my pants.
Oh no.
Do I have to take them off first? Anyway,
Yeah.
Dark Souls,
Dark-
freaky bosses.
Freaky bosses. She's like a nun with a scythe. Is it scythe or scythe?
Scythe.
Okay, I usually say scythe, but I've heard scythe. Anyway, she has like a scythe, and she tries to like cut you up and stuff. So I beat her, and then she gets revived because her dad, who's in the same room, but he's like a giant chained to a chair, weeping into a bowl of fire.
Oh,
Dark Souls is weird, by the way.
I know.
It's like-
I've seen some playthroughs.
Yeah. And so he's like, sees the blood of her and is like, whoa, freaks out, revives her somehow. And how'd that feel?
It felt like I cramped my hip flexor.
Yeah. So then he starts throwing around the room and she's alive. You beat the two of them. He dies. He says, when the ashes are two, a flame aligneth, which is weird. And then she revives, but now with two scythes that do a lot of damage, and she does a lot of spinny moves around the room.
A whirling dervish, if you will.
You could call it a whirling dervish.
That's a dancer from the Turkey.
You mean a dancer of the Boreal Valley? It's another boss. You want to hear some of the names?
No, that's actually just that's a type of dancing from Turkey.
Okay, fair enough.
The whirling dervishes.
Yeah. There are some.
You know where I learned that?
Where?
Books.
You read books?
I do read books.
I aspire to read books. I've bought books. I don't read. I should.
I need to get back into reading more books, honestly.
I remember when I used to read books and I really enjoyed it.
You know, I always thought you were dumb back then.
Fair enough. I probably was.
And it wasn't because you read books. I don't know why. I was like, wow, Simeon's dumb. This is like when we were like, 9. So I was 9 and I was really dumb.
I listen. I did not give off an intelligent. I'm not saying you're wrong for your thoughts there, but
You're just kind of like a little bit pudgy, and you just like always like, I don't know, run around and get into shenanigans. Probably.
Oh yeah, stupid, dumb, dude. You're always a little quiet. You like to read a little more than me.
Oh, okay,
So
a
you're
lot more
smarter.
than you, but
It
it
was a lot, dude. Is
I read so much, I gave myself eye problems.
that what it was?
No, it didn't help though.
No, I used to read in a low light though. I did not read as much as you by far. Was I dumb? Still am. Not much has changed.
Welcome to the club.
Perspective of when you're a kid versus when you're older is so different.
I know. It was just so simple. Wow, Simeon's dumb. Okay, let's play with Simeon. I didn't care.
I don't care. I don't care. And I like it would almost bother me, except it's like I was dumb.
And I was dumb too.
And I was a kid.
Yeah,
it's
it was
like-
children. It,
It
didn't
doesn't
matter.
Nothing that kids do like matters, dude. They're just kids. But no,
I don't think you're dumb in the same way now.
no. Look, we got to look at it realistically. I'm just dumb in a different way.
Yeah, that's why I said it that way. But
No. It's all good. It's all good. We're chilling.
yeah, chilling.
Whoa. We've done enough dumb stuff in front of each other that it's just easy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just kicked a heavy bag and cramped my hip flexor.
That was pretty fun. You barely hit it too.
I know,
was like-
because I cramped it. I like went up and cramped.
We have both peed off cliffs though.
When?
I did it over at Table Rock.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Into town.
It was at night,
Wow.
though.
Oh, okay,
No one saw.
fair.
But it was glorious.
It was.
You did it at a higher mountain, so
That's not necessarily a one up. That's just different.
that's just
It's a
different.
different experience.
Don't worry.
I peed off into nature. You peed off into the city of Oneonta.
Well,
You peed off into Chestnut Street.
Okay.
There have been plenty of
Look,
people that
look,
peed on Chestnut
okay,
Street.
hear me
You're
out,
not the
hear me out,
first.
hear me out.
Hardly the first.
what classifies like wildlife? Is it that animals live there? In which case, Chestnut Street qualifies. I mean,
That's very
that's
true.
where the homeless live, bro.
I don't think any of them actually live there. They just hang out there.
They just hang out there.
They live on Main Street.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
don't be out after night. The fiends be
The fiends be fiending.
fiending.
The
Did you watch the Uncharted movie?
Yes.
What did you think?
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
It was like, all right. I can see that you were just trying to be Tomb Raider
Okay,
and Indiana Jones. Like, come on.
it's the same kind of idea. Play the games.
Not that I care about Tomb Raider, but I can tell that the
Yeah.
vibes are the same.
Yeah, it's all the same idea.
It's all the same idea.
Adventure,
so-
treasure hunter, climb things, hit things, curses.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, but hear me out. Play the games. So good. And when I say so good, it's not like, oh wow, this is a great game. It's like, that was a good game. That was a
Alright.
good game.
Alright.
Stick with your head. One of the best written progression of characters I've seen in a video game.
Because usually there's not a lot of progression because you can't have progression because you're the player.
You're right, but there's 4 games, so keep that in mind. It's a lot of
Right.
time to progress over, but same characters a lot of the times, and a good overarching arc. Didn't feel rushed, didn't feel slow. It was perfect.
Interesting. Because
And it's a game, and it's like you only really see it through the
Does it-
cutscenes and through the dialogue.
right.
But yeah, you feel it. It's like watching an interactive movie. It's
Does
weird.
it? Do all the games kind of feel the same?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
but it's not. It's not a if you've played one, you've played them all thing.
Right.
They're all different in their own respect.
It's like kind of like the Star Wars movies,
oh yeah, I would
where
call it a
they're-
Star Wars movie.
or like honestly the Marvel movies.
Where some are better
even-
than
even the good ones?
No, Star Wars, because it's just fewer of them. You have to look at it on a smaller scale.
Okay.
Marvel's too big. But exactly where it's like same spaceships, Empire, Resistance, Luke, Leia, Han Solo, hit him with a 3.
Yeah. But they're not the same.
But they're not the same. Some are better than others.
Right.
Some are much better.
Right. If you've seen one, you've not seen them
You've
all.
not-
but if you know the concept of one, you kind of know the concept of the other ones.
You know the settings and stuff.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I highly recommend. Look, those games can be set to easy difficulty. Like
Mm-hmm.
a baby could play it, not literally, but you know what I mean.
Anyone
Okay, my dad could play it. And beat it. That should tell you most of what you need to know.
It doesn't, because I don't know what about your dad playing video games.
He is the most like boomer not play video games
Okay.
guy. He sometimes attempts and is like gets frustrated and leaves. So kudos for
enough,
trying,
dude.
but he's not that guy. So what's up?
No,
If you can play it, you can play it, and I think you'd have fun. The theme song is the most heroic theme I've ever heard.
All right.
I'll play it for you. Mike's not be able to pick it up, but that's fine. The Uncharted theme is great. Now, the guy who wrote for the first 3 games, there's 4 games. For the first 3 games, the guy had a theme, and it didn't really change much. The 3 games were the same.
Ooh,
The 4th game, Henry Jackman took up
interesting.
the score for it. In case you don't know who he is, he did the score for Captain America. All of them.
Big Hero 6, I think.
And Big Hero 6. That's right. Good eye. So, here's the first edition. This is the first theme song from the first 3 games.
I like the mixture of brass and strings.
It's weird, right? But it's good.
It works pretty well.
Brass just feels big.
And I imagine like listening to this in headphones or something that can give you that big sound in your head is going to be
Right.
even better.
And you're listening to that as it is unexpected. You're just like running through buildings and stuff, fighting bad guys. It hits you with the theme, and you're like, "Yeah, baby!" So here's the 4th one, the 4th rendition.
Okay, can you hear Henry Jackman? in
Yes.
this? Which isn't a problem. I do enjoy it.
It's a good twist. He leans heavy on the
Look,
string.
that's pretty good.
He eliminated the brass.
But he's still, even Henry Jackman I noticed does that. He uses strings, but
He's
he
a big
still
string
gets
guy.
that swelling like epicness out of it that a lot of guys can't get
It's a
with
subtle,
strings.
it's subtle epicness.
It is more subtle.
Mhm.
It's not as heroic, but it's he gets a surprisingly amount of like
Volume.
size
Yeah.
size out of it that you usually have to go to brass for, which means he's probably
Here's a little bit of brass.
that's true. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the Hacksaw Ridge theme.
Really interesting. Oh, fun fact! I forgot to tell you this. So, in case you didn't know, Hans Zimmer composed the Pirates of the Caribbean themes.
Right.
The trouble composing fight scene with not Captain America, with Jack Sparrow and Will Turner in the, I believe it was one of their fights. They've had several.
The first one?
I think it might have been on Stranger Tides.
Okay.
He had trouble leading the score with the scene and he called one of the interns who said that he could do it. The intern turned out to be, where is it? Hang on.
You're gonna give me a name?
I will if I can read it. Turned out to be Raman Djawadi.
Oh, I've heard that.
Who
I've seen that name.
Wrote the theme for Pacific Rim.
Okay, that's a good theme.
He's a dang good artist. He also wrote the theme for Game of Thrones.
Okay, that's definitely where I've seen the name.
Yes.
Right, because I know the Pacific Rim theme, but that's definitely where I've seen the name is Game of Thrones.
Fallout.
Also dang good theme.
Ryan. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And he wrote the Uncharted motion picture soundtrack. Interesting. I did not know that.
And Eternals, but no one cares.
No one cares about Eternals. Shut up. The music was probably the best part of that entire movie.
The
theme for Hacksaw Ridge. The lesbian kiss scene was sweet.
There was no lesbian kiss scene.
I just know there was a gay kiss.
It was gay.
Gay!
It was gross. It was two men.
We're not homophobic.
Kissing.
We just are righteously.
Well, we're not homophobic because we're not scared of them. We can take any gay guy.
I'll take you all, boy. You know what I'm saying?
But we are grossed. Homo-grossed.
I'm gross, I would say.
Makes us uncomfortable. At a minimum.
Not really. I just don't like seeing it on screen. But in real life, I'm like, whatever.
Whatever.
I actually like gay dudes in real life. They're funny.
I've never met a funny gay dude. They're always
have.
cringy.
I have. Funny as shit. Because they're like with regular dudes' unfilteredness with like a little sass. It's awesome.
Little sass,
dog. It's awesome. Big fan.
Sassy frass. Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. Let's listen to this. Ridge. Main theme. What is it? Original motion picture soundtrack. Which one?
The
Okinawa Battlefield.
It is specifically thinking of this one. Because that's the one that I'm most familiar with.
Sounds Schindler's List-ish.
For the single violin, yes. The melody of it's a single violin for a while, and then you actually get a lot of the other brass and stuff in it, but those notes are never touched by anything besides that one violin, because it's like one man against everything.
Interesting.
Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
No.
Good movie.
I am generally opposed to Andrew Garfield.
You barely notice it's him.
He cries a lot.
That's true. He does cry.
But that's okay. I'm not opposed to crying. It's just people that cry easily I can't do. It's like he feels like such a little boy. Don't be a boy.
Yeah, that's true. He is, but he looks and feels young in the movie. Like he's still trying to find his place.
Yeah, which
so it kind of works out well.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah. He's trying to find his place and who he is.
I've heard good things. I've heard mixed things.
It's Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson is a solid director.
And Mel Gibson's a solid director, and then it's a war movie.
Did you watch The Patriot?
No. I've seen Braveheart.
Also good Mel Gibson.
Solid movie.
I've never watched Braveheart.
Solid movie. You want to feel things? Braveheart's good. I mean, it's not like cry-worthy or anything like crazy like that, but it's a good, solid movie. Rousing. He gets hanged and quartered in the end.
That's what I heard.
On screen, kind of.
Hadrian's Wall.
Yep. So, lot of blood.
Yeah, well,
and
Mel Gibson.
and a line of Scotsmen's butts.
Yeah,
because they flashed the British. They mooned the British.
In case you didn't notice, nobody likes the British. The Irish don't like the British. The Scottish don't like the British.
The French don't like the British. The Americans don't like the British.
No one likes the British.
Spanish don't like the British.
Nobody likes. They've made war with the whole world. No, China doesn't like them. India doesn't like them. South Africa doesn't like them.
Australia,
is like,
okay.
we're just us. Leave us be, dog.
Same with Canada.
Canada is what's hula boot.
I think Canada has Stockholm syndrome
Yeah,
from
a little bit.
Britain.
Because Britain was like nice to them, groomed them nicely. But no, it's like everybody's got beef with Great Britain. My favorite thing are the IRA songs. You ever heard those?
Yeah.
Those are great.
You know, Zombies by Cranberries was originally, it's about the IRA and specifically, what was the one in what was the war, the Irish English war in like the early 1900s.
Oh, no clue.
Whatever that one, that conflict specifically is what Zombies is about.
Interesting. I
That is the same old song even in 1918 or whatever the.
This last year of World War One.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
19.
When the IRA was big in
Yeah.
the
Well,
country, but before they get their
that's
independence.
what the song "The Big Fella" is about. Kind of same era, by the High Kings.
Okay.
It's also by Black 47. Did this song?
If I listen to Irish songs, I'm going to listen to Dropkick Murphys or the Cranberries.
Okay, so here's something interesting. So you're not a big traditional Irish guy?
Yes and no. I would be, but I haven't heard anything that good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It all kind of sounds the same.
Yeah. I like the messages and the melodies, and I like kind of the instrumentation. But like I either want something heavier, in which case I'd go with a Dropkick Murphys or like a Colm R. McGinnis type of.
Yeah, that's more shanty-ish.
Yeah, where it's still got the vibes of the Irish and the bar songs and the shanties and stuff like that, but it's not. I don't know. The mixing on those tend to be weak, and I just don't.
Yeah, because mostly acoustic.
Yeah, but it's like thin acoustic. I like rich acoustic.
Okay. Well, what
That's
I
all.
like about the Dropkick Murphys, and really about American mixed with any other culture, is it's a different culture completely. American Irish is different than Ireland Irish.
Oh yeah,
Huge difference.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Boston.
and yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
basically.
think about the attitude change, right? You got the Dropkick Murphys, like born and bred in Boston. There's still the pride, Irish pride that's there. But
yeah, and they're proud of their heritage, but it's American pride.
It's a different kind. It's a lot. I want to say stronger.
It's, I don't know, maybe it's just more relatable as an American.
No, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more like it's just the American culture that's mixed
that's
in.
true.
Because it's like it's
American culture is very patriotic.
Yeah, and it's all. I feel like the Irish American feel is like this strong, imposing. It's the
You get the
it's the
national
benchmark of freedom, if you want to say.
Yeah, no,
It's that independent.
you
kind of
take
stick it
you
to the
take
man
any
attitude.
pride of culture and then you add it to the freedom and patriotism of America, and you get a much bigger feeling.
And then you take like Italian from Italy, not the same as Italian from
New York.
or anywhere in the U.S. But yeah, the New York, Boston Italian. Those are It's a way different. That's a as opposed to
hey, I'm walking here.
that you get the full Italian as opposed to the Italy Italian, which is you got a little bit of that attitude, but it's a much more.
It's a
finesse.
little more subtle.
Yeah, that was still New York.
Because it's the only Italian accent I know.
It's a deli. It's the deli.
Yep.
Feel. Hey boss, what can I get you?
And then you got the Long Island.
Long Island, dude, the Bronx. Yeah. But no, Dropkick Murphys definitely have that kind of sticking to the man, be proud,
and that added to the feel good Irish type of feel is a good feel. And then I do like the rock sound as well. I mean, let's be honest.
Good.
The 90s rock is.
They have my favorite rendition of Amazing Grace.
You said that.
Yeah,
And
it still is.
I don't know if it's the best, but I agree that it's good.
It's you hit you with that guitar and you're just like, it's like it was already a somewhat emotional song, Amazing Grace.
Mhm.
If you understand like the message behind it,
Or even just listen to the lyrics at all.
that's what I'm saying. Listen to
Well, I
this.
mean, even the melody is a haunting melody.
Sure, and then
It's honestly feels like it's meant to be played on bagpipes.
I think it is. So let's be honest, the bagpipes are for real. And
yeah.
and then
Good bagpipes, dude.
you hit the message, and then you hit it with the guitars, and you're just like, hell yeah, dog.
You get some nice wailing guitar out of that.
Yeah. You know what's great? The one Irish song that I never want to be redone is "The Parting Glass." Love that song. It's great.
By who?
Well, everybody has it's the same basic melody, but it's an a cappella song, and it's the same lyrics.
Yeah.
You've heard it, right?
Yeah, I've heard it. I know what you're talking about.
It's literally it's your the last toast.
I want to hear a really good rendition of Taps.
Taps. You know what I heard? I heard a great rendition of "Traveling Soldier" by the Dixie Chicks.
Because Taps has so much potential, but the only time I ever hear it is like crappy. The same, honestly, with like the American anthem, like the national anthem, is like has so much potential to be something, but then whenever you hear it, it's always like, oh, they sang the national anthem. Great, lovely.
Irish maybe. All right, check us out. High School Prophets. Check us out. It's a good rendition. It's that Irish sound.
2 days past 18, wait for the bus and his arm be great. Down the boot, cafe there, niggas over oh, in her hair. He's a little shy, so she give him a smile. Boy, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? Feeling
Oh, This Is the Life is a good. I like the. I think it's the Amy McDonald version.
McDonald version is good, but hear this one out. Hear how they play it.
Oh, the clapping off beat is driving me insane.
Well, they're back on it.
Well, you know what it is? The players got themselves back on line with the crowd.
It's just a little different,
Yeah.
you know?
This one sounds more like a bar song, which is
Right.
a vibe sometimes.
Right. The Amy
But-
McDonald one's more haunting, which is what I like about it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is when you can take a song that's sad, right? It's like it's sad, yeah, but we're all gonna sing it, and it's gonna be something uniting.
Well, you know what? It makes it an anthem.
Think about this.
When you take a sad song and we all sing it together, it becomes something more. It's an anthem.
I think the greatest example of that is going to be your funeral processions in like New Orleans, because it's not you're not mourning; it's a party. It's a party. You're
Yeah.
rejoicing that someone gets to go to the next world.
It's kind of how I feel like our disagreement on which version of Warriors is better.
Yep.
The
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine
or
Dragons or the
remix by
the-
Two-Way.
the two-way one seems more sad, it's more melancholy, and the Warriors from Imagine Dragons is more like an anthem.
Yeah, it's more of an anthem.
To me it feels a little bit more, it means something more.
It feels more like an anthem with the Imagine Dragons, but
It actually is more than an anthem with the other
but the other one, it feels like it's like the people actually singing the anthem. You know what I mean?
yeah, and yeah, and
It's
I do like both, but back then I was big in the Imagine Dragons version.
I
of it.
like both for the record.
Yeah,
They're
I like both.
Good.
Both is good.
The both is good.
Both.
That's a good movie. Road to El Dorado.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
solid.
I was trying
Yeah.
to place the name.
Sorry. Back to the Imagine Dragons thing. Imagine Dragons, isn't it?
No, not that. Oh, yeah, but
Yeah. Oh no. I was
just
thinking-
Road to El Dorado is.
solid, bro. And you know,
On point.
dog.
Anyway,
No, I was gonna say, it's like I imagine it like this. Imagine if you have your U.S. troops. Exclude the idea of what they actually are because it's not. This isn't realistic. But imagine you have your troops, your soldiers, and everyone is just singing. Like here's what I envision: you got your broken battlescape, right? Post battle, you just got people walking through. And it's just like one person walking, and they're just like start singing, and you got the slow rise of
yeah,
people.
you gotta completely be alone the first verse and maybe the first chorus.
Yeah.
But then as the second verse starts going, you hear some voices from the distance,
Yeah.
and then by the second chorus, like almost everybody's singing.
It's just
Yeah.
the pieces coming together. You
Yeah.
know, that's why the is it raising the flag in Iwo Jima?
Yeah,
The famous statue. That's what's so powerful about that. Is like you get these 6 guys. The priority is to not let the flag fall
yeah,
because it's the symbol.
Yep.
It's the symbol, and that's what I envision is the power of the people.
Or I saw in some movie recently where like, out of the dying hands of like somebody who's collapsing to their knees, like the next like line of soldiers like grabbed the standard and like kept it going,
Yeah,
and it was a good.
that's real.
It's good.
Commander Standard, dog.
Speaking of, have you seen Gladiator 2?
No.
Have you seen Gladiator?
Yeah. Of course I have.
Okay. I'm just saying, Gladiator 2 is pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's got some gayness in it
Of course it
and
does.
monkey diddling.
Monkey diddling.
Mm-hmm.
Hot. Does that have Russell Crowe in it?
No,
Good.
it is no spoilers, but it is
It's just a remake of the first one.
no, it's not. It's actually a sequel. It's actually a true
Oh.
sequel, but
So,
it almost has nothing to do with the first movie
that's actually good.
in a good way,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it has enough to do with the first movie that it works as a sequel.
The first movie was great, standalone.
Again,
didn't need a
it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. It's not scene one, scene them all, but it's the same
Yeah, vibe. Gotcha.
which I think it works
Sandy,
well.
Arena, field,
Gladiators again,
Gladiators
again, yeah.
uh,
End up fighting, and the Emperor's the bad guy.
whoa. Plot twist. Big news. We fixed the middle light.
I see that,
Yeah.
and it's also a different color.
It's slightly different. Oh, so is the
You know,
paint.
this is daylight, and that is soft white.
I'm glad you know that.
Yeah, I do interior design.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
We're about to start building the house over in yonder. We bought another house in Lawrence.
okay.
We're redoing it. It is.
Is
Right.
it a mess?
It's not as bad as the first one.
Okay, that's good.
We took dumpsters of trash out of the first
Yeah.
house.
That's
And
what
more
happens.
dumpsters and dumpsters, dude. 30-yard dumpsters. We just filled it.
I mean, the one Dad's house on Columbia that he bought.
Mm-hmm.
We took the entire basement,
Uh-huh.
4 feet high, trash.
Holy cow,
The entire basement.
that's incredible.
We had to dig out the heater, like the furnace.
Oh, that must have been so gross.
It was like, it wasn't like gross
like
trash. It was just hoarder's trash.
Yeah,
Random crap.
boxes and stuff.
Boxes of stuff. And then the upstairs, the floor was all filled with a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah.
The living room was stacked with boxes of crap. It was an old professor. The type of person who keeps everything, not because they're hoarding, but because they might need it one day.
That is a hoarder.
Well, yeah, they were definitely hoarding.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the type of person who they were a professor, and so they had all their classwork and all their supplemental materials. And I think that's probably where it started. Where this is a cool thing that I might need in my class. Oh, this pertains to this part of my class. I might use it one day. And then that just snowballs towards, because he was an economics professor with a hobby of computers, but from the 80s.
Okay, it took up way too much space.
So he had boxes and boxes of like economics homework, and like boxes and boxes of like old computer manuals from completely defunct computers that no one has ever seen before because everybody who's seen those computers is dead. that type of like random crap that, oh, I'll keep it because I might need it, but you're never going to need it.
Right.
And at some point you got to be like, okay, I haven't needed it, and now my need for this has definitely passed. But no, old people, man. I feel like an old person sometimes.
Actually, you know what I get? I just get the feeling. Like I'll start thinking sometimes, and I'm like, wait a minute. One day I'm gonna be old. Like the realization just hits me.
Yeah.
I'm like, one day I'm gonna be old. Like I'm gonna be limited with how I can move. I'm gonna be limited in what I can do. Like right now, I can still run, I can jump, I can do things. One day I'm not gonna be able to do that, and then it's like I'm living as that old person. I flash back to reality, and I'm like, you're 18. 19 actually now.
Yeah, 19 now. Congratulations, by the way,
Thanks. No.
because we didn't have a podcast episode during that time period. So
Yeah, dog. No, but I'm like, I got to do something now
yeah,
before that's why I'm planning the hiking thing. I got to do it, and I have to do it now.
yeah. On that sad note, I
Sad
believe it
note.
is time.
Hopeful.
Oh, I thought you because you're a loser and
Well, I'm not going to be a loser anymore. That is the. I am currently.
I'm not a loser. No, not anymore.
Well, in the future, I still am.
Oh,
Currently.
okay.
You know.
Not fair enough.
Oh yeah. So, with that note,
With that sad,
melancholy.
with that bittersweet symphony.
Up on melancholy hill.
Bittersweet symphony.
That's kind of a. Do you think that's a good song?
I think it's pretty good.
It's all right. It's kind of mid.
It's on upper side of mid. I'd
Upper
say.
side of mid. I get that.
Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, outro. Where weight belts hang from our weight racks all day because we don't use them.
10 toes in when we're standing on business. I'm a big stepper. Underground methods.
All right, fair, valid. Don't make me have to cut so much more out of this episode.
Is that racist?
Let's call it no for the sake of this podcast, so I don't have to cut it out.
You know,
the Eastern Marshmallow song. You ever hear that one?
I don't think so.
It's good, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Sounded to me.
It's a chicken marshmallow, and it's pretty good.
I'm down.
I listened to it.
Chicks and marshmallows? That's called a peep. They serve us on Easter.
Anyway,
I hear that's the modern Methodist Easter communion. Chocolate peeps and marshmallows.
and rainbows.
Rainbows! What is the word?
The bird.
You know
the
what
bird is the word.
LGBT stands for?
LGBTQIA++.
You know what it stands for?
Stands for
Lettuce, gay, bacon, and tomato.
lettuce, gay, bacon, and tomato. I just called them the alphabet people on the call today.
Rainbows. Sparkles.
Rainbows in the alphabet.
Give me your best realistic gay voice.
Let's not. I already did a fake gay voice for so long on this.
It's
you know what? I'll give it to you after this.
That's okay.
You betcha. It's always okay with
Yeah,
me.
it's okay.
It's
And
okay.
we're gonna move forward, and it's gonna be like a happy time. You know, I was just talking to Becca the other day, and she told me.
I don't know. I always feel like putting a little more sass into it.
No,
It's maybe
more
too
subtle than
much.
that. It's more subtle than
Maybe
that.
too much
Because you're
sass.
not sassy all the time. It's just it.
It's sass is a way of life.
I'm just not sure you'd understand.
I don't know if I would. Me and my girls are just
This
always
feels a little. You're a lot.
Yeah.
You're a lot.
I just need you to sit down over there.
Why don't? Yeah.
don't wanna-
why
no,
don't you?
not today.
Why don't you sit down?
Have a seat.
You,
Have a seat, honey.
You sit down. Hey. Theater. All right.
Oh.
All right.